As you begin to work on your financial fitness, it's important to look at it just like you would your physical fitness. When you start exercising, you get some immediate gain, but really the value of having a physical fit lifestyle is something for the long term. It's a consistent habit-based process. Your financial situation is the same way. You can do some things right away to stop spending or to start saving, but the reality is your financial health comes from the long term, comes from consistent, repeatable habits. So you need to look at your life where you are right now and hopefully making some good decisions about investing, about budgeting, about cutting your expenses, about not overusing credit cards. But one thing I want to talk to you today about is about life insurance. Life insurance is a part of a physical financial fitness process, something that you look at over the course of your whole life. So there's multiple different types of life insurance, and I'm going to speak to you about those different types. But first thing is to get you an understanding of life insurance. What it is, it's an insurance that you buy for a certain amount of money, and it has a certain benefit to it. It could be $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, $150,000, $500,000, $1 million. It can be whatever amount you determine. And what happens is when you pass on, this money is passed to some beneficiary that you name. In most cases, it's a spouse or children. Now, my wife and I watch these crime shows all of the time, and when a spouse is murdered, we ask the question immediately, did they have life insurance? Because they become this other spouse becomes the beneficiary. So hopefully there's no motivation here. Just kidding. But it's important to understand life insurance and how it works. The first type I'm going to talk to you about is term life insurance. And term life is just as it sounds. It's for a term. It could be for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And you pick a certain amount of life insurance you want to buy, and it's for a term. So every month or every quarter or yearly, however you set up the payment structure, you pay a certain amount of premium. And if you pass away at any point during that term, the beneficiary that you name receives the amount of the life insurance policy. Again, it could be for 5, 10, 20,000, however much you want to purchase. And I've seen many situations where somebody passed and they were not prepared in their finances. They didn't have any life insurance or savings, and their family was left scrambling, trying to figure out how to pay for funerals and make arrangements. And so having life insurance in place is a good way to ensure that your family can be blessed upon your passing and not be stressed and overburdened with financial expenses that can seemingly become overwhelming to families when they're trying to grieve the loss of a loved one. So term life insurance, the benefit of term is it's for a specific term, and the payments are much cheaper for term policy than they are for other types of life insurance policies. The negative of term life is once the term expires, the 5 or 10 or 20 year period, once it expires, that policy is no longer valid, and all the money that you paid as those monthly or quarterly premiums, it's gone. So the money never comes back to you. It's just like buying car insurance. You bought it for insurance during a set period of time. When you stop paying for it, the benefit is no longer there. The other type of life insurance I'm going to talk to you about is whole life insurance. And this, again, is just like it sounds. It's for the whole life. So you decide on a certain amount of life insurance that you want to buy, 5, 10, 20, 25,000, $1 million, whatever amount of whole life insurance you want to buy. And every month or quarterly, you pay a payment. And for a whole life policy, that payment goes into an account. So at any point in time, 5 years, 10 years down the road, you can withdraw that money from an account, and it's been earning interest all the time while it's been in that account. So it's a benefit that's growing. The negative of whole life insurance is that it's much more expensive than term life. So you're not getting your beneficiary is not getting the same amount of benefit for the same expense that you pay. So whole life has benefits that it grows, and the amounts that you pay every month or quarter don't go away. They're there and they get invested and they grow. Term life, you can buy much more insurance, but it's only for a term. So it's important that you make these decisions about how you want to structure life insurance, but it's very important that you have it. My personal preference is a higher amount of term insurance. So I have a term life insurance policy that if for any reason I pass, my family receives the benefit, and they won't have to stress or worry about how to pay for funeral arrangements and how to take care of immediate needs that are occurring in the family.